Let's talk about that feeling. That constant nagging, brain fog, and a low hum of anxiety you just can't seem to shake. There's a specific gut habit, backed by solid new science, that can kill that brain fog and anxiety for good. Seriously, living with brain fog is like trying to think through molasses. Simple tasks feel monumental, your focus is shot, and you just feel slow. Pair that with a constant, simmering anxiety, but not in your stomach, that tightens with every little stressor, and it's completely and utterly exhausting. Sound familiar? So, what do? We reach for the usual suspects. Another cup of coffee, then maybe another. We tell ourselves to just focus harder. Convinced it's a willpower problem, we download another productivity app and make more to-do lists, blaming ourselves for being lazy. You're stuck on a frustrating hamster wheel, treating the symptoms while the root cause keeps running rampant. But the science shows us there's a much better way, and it starts somewhere most of us never think to look. That's old news. We now know the connection between our gut and brain is a bustling, two-way superhighway of information. They call it the gut-brain axis. Think of your gut and brain in a non-stop text chain, sending messages back and forth 24/7 that influence everything from your digestion to your mood. The main line for this chat is the vagus nerve, a massive nerve running from your brainstem down to your abdomen. But here is the part that changes everything. A huge majority of the signals in this conversation travel from the gut up to the brain. Living inside that second brain is a complex ecosystem of trillions of microorganisms, your gut microbiome. Think of it as a bustling internal garden. And here's the wildest fact. An estimated 90% of your body's serotonin, the famous feel-good neurotransmitter, is produced in your gut. That is the scientific term for what you experience as brain fog, mental sludge, and constant nagging anxiety. So, if a haywire gut is the problem, how do we fix it? The answer isn't some crazy, complicated protocol or an expensive supplement. The single most effective habit to kill brain fog and anxiety is to intentionally cultivate a diverse gut microbiome. This isn't just about eating healthy. It's about feeding the trillions of allies living inside you with the one thing they need to thrive. Variety, specifically, a wide variety of fiber-rich plant foods and fermented foods. Why is this so powerful? Because a diverse microbiome is a resilient one. When you have many different species of good bacteria, they fight the root causes of brain fog and anxiety in three key ways. First, you're feeding the right team. Fiber is a prebiotic food for your good gut bacteria. When they feast on this fiber, they produce incredible compounds called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. Think of SCFAs as the currency of a healthy gut. These molecules strengthen your gut lining, which helps prevent toxins and inflammatory particles from leaking into your bloodstream. Second, You're actively fighting inflammation. By strengthening the gut barrier and producing these beneficial SCFAs, a high-fiber diet directly reduces the systemic inflammation that fuels brain fog and anxiety. You're calming the fire at its source. Third, you're supporting your mood. So, the one habit isn't just eating a single food. It's the daily practice of asking, how can I feed my microbiome today? Making this a reality doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small, consistent changes make all the difference. Here is a simple, two-part strategy to start cultivating your inner garden. First, increase the variety of plant foods you eat. A landmark study from the American Gut Project found that people who eat at least 30 different types of plant foods per week have a significantly more diverse gut microbiome than those who eat 10 or fewer. Plants include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes like beans and lentils, nuts, and seeds. Here's how. Number 1. Add, don't subtract. If you're having a salad, can you add a can of chickpeas or a sprinkle of sunflower seeds? Swap white pasta for whole wheat pasta. Swap white rice for quinoa or brown rice. 3. Embrace legumes. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are fiber superstars. Instead of processed snacks, try an apple with peanut butter, a handful of almonds, or carrot sticks with hummus. The goal is progress, not perfection. Start by aiming for 5 to 10 different plants in a day and build from there. The second part of the strategy is to incorporate fermented foods. Fermented foods are a game changer because they deliver live, beneficial bacterial probiotics directly to your gut. First, yogurt and kefir. Look for plain, unsweetened yogurt or kefir with live and active cultures. They contain strains like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which have been linked to reduced anxiety. Second, sauerkraut and kimchi. These are fermented cabbage dishes that are packed with probiotics. Add a spoonful to a sandwich, mix it into a salad, or just have it on the side of your eggs. Just be mindful of the sugar content and look for low-sugar options. Start with a small serving daily. A spoonful of sauerkraut or a small glass of kefir is a perfect start. Combining these probiotic-rich foods with a high-fiber, prebiotic-rich diet creates the optimal environment for your gut to thrive. So, when you consistently practice this habit, what can you expect? The timeline for results varies significantly for each person, but changes do happen. Within a few weeks, you'll likely notice better digestion. But the real magic happens in your mind. That brain fog will start to lift. You'll experience moments of sharp, clear thinking that feel like a breath of fresh air. Your energy levels will become more stable throughout the day, without the jittery highs and crashing lows. You are fundamentally changing your body's chemistry from the inside out. You're reducing inflammation, supporting neurotransmitter production, and restoring that critical communication line between your gut and your brain. So, the secret is out. That constant brain fog and anxiety isn't just a mental struggle. It's often a physical signal from your body's second brain. Maybe it's adding a cup of berries to your breakfast or trying a spoonful of kimchi with your dinner. If this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more science-backed health insights. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.